But then Kobbie Mainoo has announced himself to the world at the Euros with some unbelievably mature performances that aren't necessarily a surprise to United fans that watched him play this season. The trajectory that he's on from making his senior debut, full debut in November is an absolute disgrace. But I thought we would look at some of the things that we've learned about Kobbie Mainoo while he's been at the Euros playing for England. In at number one, technical brilliance. Now, this has been on display for a long time, but he plays with an elegance and a deftness that you really can't teach. His touch is secure. He never looks ruffled. He never looks rushed. He just looks like he's in complete and utter control at all times. In a footballing world that's increasingly built on being aggressive and man-to-man presses and just running around like an absolute lunatic, having a press-resistant player like Mainoo in midfield is gold dust, and his ability to be able to take the ball under those presses and in the midst of people trying to take it off him in the way that he does, it's absolutely fantastic to watch. He brought a level of calmness to England that just wasn't there. They tried Trent in there, this so-called amazing footballer. They tried Conor Gallagher in there, who's an experienced Premier League player, and none of them could do what Kobbie could do. His technical ability is why he's shown the versatility and to be comfortable in all three midfield positions, whether it's a 6, an 8 or a 10, although I believe he really excels as a number 8 with a little bit of freedom, but also the ability to dictate play. He can even play right back. Carrington have produced a player that people would pay £100 million for. If I had told you, the blind taste test, to watch some of England's games, you see Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Kobbie Mainoo, and I say 2 of these have gone for £100 million. Which one is it? Or which one hasn't? You're not picking Kobbie Mainoo. You're just not. He's a £100 million player, at least, because he's comfortably the equal of those two, if not better. Right, lads, gather around. You have heard me banging on about Manscaped for ages, mainly discussing the virtues of a well-trimmed ball bag. But today we're going to move a little bit north and something that you might have actually seen, my beard. Manscaped isn't just a master of below-the-belt grooming. They have conquered beard territory too. And I know this is groundbreaking news. Let's delve into the details. Now, we are all well acquainted with Manscaped's brilliance for the downstairs department. They've been many a saviour of many a date night and many a ball bag. And you know the Lawnmower 4.0 by now. I'm not going to tell you about any of the features for it, because if you don't know them, then you're never going to know them, right? It's a certified hero for the nether regions. But they're here for the beards now as well, and they've got the beard hedger. It is a cordless miracle worker that is both tough and gentle. It takes down facial forests in a single stroke. It's got 20 different lengths of settings. It gives you the power to totally customize your beard without cluttering up the bathroom and having a million different attachments. Now, they've also got another member of the band, and it's the Handyman. That's a dual-sided foil razor that has got your back, whether it's your face, whether you're going clean shaven or just tidying up a little bit around the neck. It is the epitome of comfort in the shaving world, and it's got a seamless and nick-free experience. So listen, if you want to give your beard the VIP treatment that it absolutely deserves, get over to manscaped.com, use a special code Howson. You're going to get 20% off and free shipping. And while you're grooming the jewels, let's not neglect the crown. With Manscaped, who said beauty had to be a pain? Let's keep it neat and tidy, top to bottom. Number 2, mentality. Character, mentality, personality, probably some of the most important things when it comes to footballers maximising their potential. And Mainoo has been flawless in that aspect. Nothing phases him at all. Nothing phases him. And if you ask Mainoo whether he feels pressure, he'd probably tell you that pressure's for tyres. He speaks with a maturity beyond his years. I love that line where they say they call Foden the Stockport Iniesta. Who are you? Expecting him to say, oh, I'm the Stockport Seedorf or something like that. And he goes, they call me Kobbie. Confidence. And he looks like a player who has role model qualities and the potential to grow into a leader. I could see him wearing the United captain's armband at some point. And that doesn't come easy. Number 3, likability. He's gained fans across the world for his talents, but also the way he carries himself. And he's made himself a favourite amongst the England colleagues as well as all his United colleagues. And I think that's one of the highest praises that you can have as a professional. He represented Manchester United brilliantly and has been an inspiration to the kids and young players everywhere. And the junior club that he comes from in Gatley, they must be beside themselves with what he's going on to achieve. And I think one of the reasons that he's developed such a rapport with so many people on the pitch is that he's trustable, and vice versa. The sky is the limit. Mainoo was brilliant for United last season in essentially half a season where he came into it injured in a team that was totally dysfunctional. I think he's already showing signs of going to the next level. He's started to pick up a little bit of flair. There's little behind the leg flicks that he's doing in the biggest of games, in the tightest of moments, in the most precious situations, and he is just popping them off. He has the skill set and the bandwidth to able to add goals and assists to his game and control midfield if he needs to. Defensively, he's got pretty good instinct, and those things will improve and develop as well. But he's only scratching the surface of what he's going to end up as. And I think he's on the verge of exploding into being an elite footballer. He might be on the border of world class. What he needs to do is hit a level of consistency for a year or two before people are going to rubber stamp that. But the performance levels taken in isolation are world class. You now get to where that rubber stamp of being a world class player if you can produce that consistently. But can you tell me more than 1 or 2 bad games he's had this season? Because that shows the consistency. And finally, he's here to stay. He has cemented himself as an absolute starter for club and country inside of 5 months. Just that Liverpool game, Gareth Southgate was not considering him for a call-up. And the performance in that Liverpool game forced his hand. And then he went on and got man of the match on his England debut. The way he's playing, it feels as though he was established before the tournament. It doesn't feel like it's been his debut tournament, even though this is his breakthrough tournament. And a player that's worth his weight in gold is worthy of having both England and Manchester United midfields built around him. I think some credit has to go to Ten Hag here for implementing in the squad and giving him the conditions he needed to grow, despite the absolute shit show that was going on at Manchester United at the time. I fucking love Kobbie fucking Mainoo, and I can't wait to see what next season holds for him after he's had a little break, which has been well earned. And if England win tonight, he'll probably be the only person I'm pleased for. Take it easy. See you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.